Chapter 4, Mishnah 1. As we have learned in the previous chapter, the sages prohibited certain activities on Yom Tov because they resemble weekday activities, and doing them on Yom Tov would make it seem like an ordinary day. This Mishnah gives two more examples. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. One who brings jugs of wine from place to place on Yom Tov may not bring them in a basket or in a box, even if it is not full. Since a basket or a box is usually used to carry a large quantity of wine, he appears to be carrying a heavy burden, which is a weekday activity. But he may bring jugs of wine on his shoulder or hold them in his hands before him, because that is how one usually carries small quantities of wine, and thus does not resemble a weekday activity. Similarly, one who carries a box of straw may not sling the box over his back to carry it, because he would appear to be carrying a large amount or preparing to travel a long way, but he may carry it in his hand. The Mishnah states another law about the use of straw on Yom Tov. This law is the first of many in this chapter that are based on the rules of muksa, items that are set apart and not intended for use on Shabbos or Yom Tov, which are therefore rabbinically forbidden to be moved. And we may begin taking stalks from a new pile of straw, even though the owner had not planned before Yom Tov to use the straw on Yom Tov. But we may not begin taking lumber that is in a backyard storage area and use it to fuel a fire. This wood is intended not for permissible Yom Tov use, like firewood, but for construction, which is forbidden on Yom Tov and thus is muksa.